in the next piece, you have two articles. Actually, before you read, I want you to think about these two pictures. What do you think's going on there? What do you think's going on? Tell a friend, what do you think's going on there? I'm going to have you guys read an article, and half of you are going to get one of the articles, and the other half of you are going to get the other. But I want you to just take a few minutes. I'll give you a couple of minutes to just read on your own. As you're wrapping up your reading, think about what resonated the most with you. You're going to share that at your table in a minute. All right, at your tables, talk about the things that really resonated with you. Make some connections even to the pictures. And I will give you guys a few minutes to do that, and we're going to take a break right after you have your table talk. So go ahead and have a conversation. What resonated?
Rhonda passed out articles to you so that you are looking at one of two articles. Now what I would like for you to do is join with someone who has a different article than you. So the way that we're going to do it is, if you have the article with the forest, on it, if you'll just hold your hand up high, and you'll just move about the room and find someone who is not holding their hand up high, right? And if we need to have two people with the forest article and one person with the other article in a group, we can make that happen. So if you'll just, forest people, hold your hand up, go find someone who doesn't have their hand up around the room, and you're looking now for main ideas and things that your article connects with the other article and the pictures.
And then once we get to that, we go through acceptance, and we have to feel vulnerable to get to that spot to make a change and to put an action in place. So it's kind of like the grieving process for each child. So, yeah.
And I think our newer teachers, they don't have to go through this process. Our newer teachers are like, teach me, what do I need to do?
Yeah.
How do I do this? I think it's some of our veteran teachers who feel like they've been doing this, I know this, they really deny it's not me, it can't be me, I've been doing this for years. And I've always gotten great results. My kids learn, so it can't be me. And it's hard because where's the validity in that? Like, if what you used to do worked, what happened?
Or did it?
Or did it, or I don't know. But the reality is, here's your reality and where we are. If it did work back then, it's not working now. So where can we shift what we're doing now, and how can you get more kids engaged?
Like, what can I do to support you?
Yes.
You need to get to that piece. They need to go through this to get here.
Read that.
You need to listen.
I loved that. I've never really thought about it, and of course I connected with it. And
recently,
yeah,
we just had, and I'm like, oh, she did that. And then she got angry, and she cried, and she blamed. But then she got to that point and said, I need you to come to my room and help me. I need you to come watch my 90-minute and tell me what I can tweak, because I feel like this. And I went, and it was a quick shift. I'm like,
actually, what I got yesterday.
Talk to me about the main idea of these articles. Why did we give you these two articles? How are they connected? And how do they connect back to the pictures? Somebody want to share for the good of the group?
Just out of the gate, I'll say reading it made me feel not so alone. Like we're not the only people who get frustrated with data.
Yeah, this is not a me problem. This is not my school problem. This is common, and it's normal, and it's okay. I think we can honor the space that we find ourselves in sometimes, and then think about how do we move beyond that. So thank you for sharing that. That's awesome. What else?
We talked about, it was with Charles, right? We talked about we call it pushback from our teachers, but that's when it becomes that blame game. And I love how he said his article, they talked about how you take those names off, and we're just looking at scores, then there's no blame. I can't say Johnny never gets his homework turned in, he has a, doesn't have a great home life, or he's always absent. If we don't have those names, we're just looking at the data, like, so take that blame off and have teachers just be intentional at looking at just the scores and seeing how we can, plan intentionally to get it to improve.
Yeah, I think the beautiful thing about our educators in NEFEC is that they love their students. They love them and they care about each one of them deeply on a personal level, and they know all the backstory, they know all the history and the family involvement and all the things, and it's easy to lean on that for excuses, and sometimes we love them right into the bottom quartile, right? We do. And so sometimes we have to zoom out and we have to look at the bigger picture, right? Anything else about these articles and how they're connected, or how they connect back to those pictures that you looked at the start?
Our little group said the one where they're like kind of stressing out. That article has the agree, reflect, act, and when we do the data, and it's probably like a cultural thing too surrounding this, but we spend so much time in the grieving and not enough in the acting.
We're spending so much time in the grieving stage, we don't move to the acting stage. That's where it matters. Thanks. And he's accrediting Bridget for that comment. Yeah, that's a wonderful coach right there. It's true. We're living there. It's okay to visit there. It's not okay to pack up and move in and live there, right? Perfect.